People say location, 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 and I say the right property in the right location. You need to have the most well-optimized business model on a piece of land. You need to study everything before starting to construct. You need to understand supply, demand, market dynamics, and who is the client, which client persona is basically going to be your target audience to sell to or to rent to, what are their needs, how much they're willing to pay. You need to study all of this to come up with the best business model to build or to construct on that particular land, whether we're talking about a villa or we're talking about a building. And trust me, if you build the wrong property on the best location, that property becomes a liability rather than an investment. And what used to be the best land becomes more of a liability. And a free land that has nothing on it becomes more valuable than the liability of having to demolish a villa or a building in order for them to come up with new construction. And I've seen this tons of times, especially with individual investors who just hear of success stories of someone built something that made so much money, and without thinking what stood behind the success that they heard of, they just improvise and they just jump straight into it and start thinking and assuming that they can build anything and it will fly, it will succeed. I mean, you look at communities, to give you an example, in Al Wasl district, which I call the downtown villas of Dubai, we've seen villas selling for 20 million and we've seen villas going for 80 million. I mean, obviously the market went up, so let's say whatever was for 20 today is for 30, but still the difference between 30 and 80 is what's built on the land. When you know how to optimize to the maximum extent possible the value for an incoming buyer, for your target audience, you will be able to build the best property, make the best profit, and also have an enduring value for whoever comes and buys from you. That's why you see villas for 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and 80 million in the same exact location on the same exact plot size. I mean, to give you even a simpler example, you could be looking at a waterfront plot of land and you build an affordable building on it. Obviously, it's the wrong building. You did not optimize and maximize the outcome of what can come on this land. You know, they say, find the biggest problem in the market and build a company that provides the solution for it. And the bigger the problem and the bigger the solution, the bigger the company. And that's exactly what we did with basically FAM Development Management. We've seen there's a big scope in the market for development management. This is not construction management. Construction management is one piece, but actually understanding what to build through market research and making sure that the numbers, the design, the vision for the project, as well as the execution all the way to closure are all done to the best extent possible is actually what guarantees the success for your project. So if you have a land and you're wondering what is the best building to have on this land or villa to have on this land, connect with our development management team and they will definitely guide you through a process. Even our fees in this particular case are just success fees. It's 100% dependent on the profitability of the project we advise you to build, and we manage everything from inception to closure.